Have you ever seen a dog the size of a loaf of bread strut into a room like it owns the place and wondered what on earth you're looking at? That's a miniature pinscher. And everything you think you know about small dogs is about to get flipped upside down. They're not lap dogs, they're not delicate, and they absolutely do not know they weigh 10 pounds. Today, I'm counting down 10 things nobody tells you about owning a min pin. And trust me, I'm saving the most heart-wrenching truth for number 1. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. Powered by rocket fuel. You think you're bringing home a small apartment-friendly dog who'll curl up while you work. Then you meet your min pin and realize you've adopted a tiny Olympian using your living room as a personal training facility. These dogs don't walk. They ricochet. They launch themselves off furniture like stunt doubles and zoom through hallways at speeds that make you question the laws of physics. A tired min pin is a well-behaved min pin, but getting them tired is the real challenge. 2 solid walks, puzzle toys, and supervised sprint sessions are non-negotiable. Otherwise, you'll find your throw pillows reorganized by a 10-pound whirlwind with a to-do list. And that's just the beginning of what makes this breed a full-contact sport. Number 9. The Great Escape Artist. Nobody warns you that miniature pinschers are escape artists of the highest order. They don't run away from home. They simply view every fence, every gate, and every cracked door as a personal dare. That gap under the deck you've never noticed? They've cataloged it. The screen door with the weak latch? They've been testing it for weeks. I've heard from owners who found their min pin 2 blocks away, trotting down the sidewalk like they were simply running errands. These dogs combine cat-like agility with the unshakable conviction that they have somewhere to be. You'll learn to check your perimeter like you're guarding a vault. And speaking of guarding, wait until you hear what this dog believes its actual job is. Number 8. They forgot the size chart. The miniature pinscher is genuinely convinced it's a Doberman that happens to come in travel size. This is not a metaphor. A min pin will square up to a Great Dane at the dog park with heavyweight confidence, utterly indifferent to the fact that it barely reaches the other dog's knees. That fearlessness is hardwired. They were bred to hunt vermin on German farms, which means they have the heart of a working protector packed into a frame you can carry under one arm. The result is a dog that will defend your home from squirrels, mail carriers, and suspicious leaves blowing across the driveway. And never, ever back down. It's equal parts inspiring and ridiculous. But here's the thing. That fearless brain is also running laps around you intellectually, which brings us to number 7. Number 7. Smarter than you'd think. Miniature pinschers are frighteningly intelligent. And I don't mean knows how to sit for a treat smart. I mean, figures out how to open cabinet doors, remembers where you hide the good snacks, and studies your daily routines so they can exploit every loophole smart. They read your body language like a book they've memorized cover to cover. You'll watch them calculate the exact moment your attention shifts so they can make a move on that unattended sandwich. It's the kind of intelligence that makes you proud and exhausted in equal measure. They need mental stimulation constantly. Puzzle feeders, training games, new tricks, because a bored min pin invents its own entertainment. And trust me, you will not like their creative direction. But even that sharp mind comes with a surprising catch. Number 6. Stubborn is just the warm-up. Here's the thing about miniature pinschers. They weren't put on this earth to take orders. They were put here to negotiate. You'll say sit, and your min pin will tilt its head, consider your proposal, weigh the treat in your hand against the dignity of compliance, and then, maybe, sit. On their terms, in their time. With an expression that clearly communicates they were going to do that anyway and you just happened to ask. This stubbornness isn't defiance for the sake of defiance, it's independence. These dogs were bred to work alone, making their own decisions while hunting. That streak runs deep. You can't break it, and honestly, you shouldn't want to. Because that same stubborn spirit is what makes them unforgettable. However, it does change how training works entirely, which is exactly where we're headed. Number 5. You're being trained too. Training a miniature pinscher isn't a one-way street. It's a chess match where your opponent has been playing longer than you realize. Traditional heavy-handed methods backfire spectacularly with this breed. Raise your voice, and they'll look at you like you've deeply disappointed them, and then ignore you for the rest of the afternoon. What works is consistency, positive reinforcement, and the humility to accept that some days, your min pin is training you more than you're training them. Short sessions. High-value treats. No repetition that turns into a staring contest. And above all, never let them sense weakness, because they'll exploit it. The payoff, though, is a dog that's razor-sharp, deeply bonded, and endlessly entertaining. Speaking of that bond, it's unlike anything you've experienced with another breed. Number 4. The 10-pound security system. You didn't buy a guard dog. You bought a 10-pound dog with legs like toothpicks, but nobody told your miniature pinscher that. In their mind, they're the head of security, the early warning system, and the final line of defense all rolled into one. Every knock at the door, every unfamiliar car in the driveway, every squirrel with suspicious intentions, all of it gets reported to you at top volume. Their bark is shockingly big for a dog their size, and they use it with the enthusiasm of someone who's been waiting their whole life for this moment. The challenge is teaching them when to turn it off. A min pin without boundaries will have you living in a house where the mailman is public enemy number 1. But channel that instinct properly, and you've got a watchdog that would genuinely lay down its tiny life for you. Number 3. Your shadow has 4 legs. If you're looking for a dog that greets you politely and then returns to its own business, keep looking. The miniature pinscher doesn't understand the concept of personal space, and even if it did, it would choose to ignore it. You will never use the bathroom alone again. You'll feel tiny paw steps following you from room to room, and when you sit down, a warm little body will press itself against your leg like it's trying to merge with your DNA. This is not neediness. It's devotion in its purest form. Your min pin doesn't just live in your house. It dedicates its existence to orbiting your life, tracking your moods, and inserting itself into every moment you thought was private. It's the kind of loyalty that fills a room. But there's one more layer to this bond that catches most first-time owners completely off guard. Number 2. They pick one human. Miniature pinschers love their whole family, but make no mistake. They choose one person. One soul they decide is theirs forever, and the rest of the household becomes supporting cast. If you're the chosen one, congratulations. You now have a tiny, devoted guardian who will follow you to the ends of the earth and give everyone else a polite but slightly judgmental side-eye. If you're not the chosen one, don't take it personally. Min pins are simply wired for a primary bond. This doesn't mean they won't snuggle with your spouse or play with the kids. It means there's one lap that always wins, one voice that cuts through every distraction, one person whose absence triggers the most dramatic sigh you've ever heard from an animal. Understanding this before bringing a min pin into a family home prevents bruised feelings and confused dynamics. Number 1. They'll ruin other breeds for you. Here's the truth nobody prepares you for. After you've lived with a miniature pinscher, other dogs feel a little bit ordinary. Not because those dogs aren't wonderful, they are, but because a min pin fills every square inch of your life with personality. They make you laugh when you're frustrated. They read your emotions better than most people do. They greet every single day like it's the most important day of their lives, and they need you to know it. When they curl up under the blankets at night, pressing their tiny warm body against you, something shifts inside. You realize this ridiculously confident, impossibly stubborn, fiercely loyal little dog has carved out a space in your heart nothing else can fill. And years from now, when someone asks about them, you'll smile, and then spend 40 minutes trying to explain why a 10-pound dog with an ego the size of Texas is the best decision you ever made. So guys, if you're ready for equal parts chaos and devotion, for a dog that's part shadow and part hurricane, the miniature pinscher might just be your perfect match. They're not for everyone, but for the right person, they're everything. Did I miss any classic Min Pin quirks? Drop them in the comments. I love hearing your stories. If this video made you grin, give it a like, share it with your fellow dog lovers, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.